Hey everybody. Oh yeah, I gotta fix this. I always forget to do this. Alright, here we go. Now there's no more echo in the background. Everything's good. Alright, so it is the Grove Show. I'm your host, Dr. Giggles, in the house. And this week's going to be a little different. Well, not actually different. It's going to be the same as usual. But what we're also going to be doing is there was a lot of stuff going around that I saw newsworthy. Plus, there's a lot of quite a few ride accidents going on, and I got a bunch of stuff. Great Adventure news. There's stuff for Busch Gardens. There's stuff for Six Flags. Some events. Plus, I want to go over some new CoasterCon information that came out. So for those that are going, I figure this way you could, be prepared. You might know, you might not know. We'll go over some of it, and just so you know. And what's up, Marcus Bean? What's up, Lindsay Yale Entertainment, and everybody that's in here? As we keep building up, we'll get on and on and on. So you said high school graduation was last night, going to Knoebels Monday. Let me ask you, did you graduate last night, or did you go to a graduation last night? I'm probably like being dumb and was like, it's really your graduation, and then you're gonna go to Knoebels. Don't you like live further out west than Knoebels, or am I wrong? For some reason, I got this thing in my head that you live out in Texas, and I don't know why. I could be right, I could be wrong, I don't know, but for some reason I have in my mind that you live in Texas, and I'm probably wrong. Maybe I'm right. You'll have to let me know, but for some reason it's in my brain that's where you live, and I have no idea why. No clue why. So yeah, we're going to go over all the different ride accidents. What's up, Infinite Coasters? What's going on? But yeah, like I said, there was a bunch of ride accidents that were going on. We're going to get to those in a second, but as we get into that, I just wanted to be like, well, congratulations on your graduation. Going to college, I assume. Maybe, maybe not. Taking a year off. Don't know. But congratulations either way. I got to say that's... see, I don't know why I thought you lived out in Texas. I have no idea why. Just something in my brain says that. I don't know why. Well, now let me ask you this. Are you going to CoasterCon in 2020? I don't know if you're a member. I think you're a member. I don't know if you're a member. But if you're not, you should. And then we can hang out. But I will say, on the way home from CoasterCon, I'll be going to Sesame Street Park. I know I'm like, and there's nobody that, it's going to be me, Luco, and the kids, and going to Sesame Street. And we technically don't fit the demographic of who would go to that park. That's a kid park, Sesame Street. But everybody that knows me and my kids and everybody, Luco, everybody knows that we're like giant 5-year-olds. Well, me and Luco, the kids are still kids. Well, they're teenagers. They're not kids anymore. I call people, I call people that are like 30 years old kids. Because I feel if you're younger than me, you're a kid. I don't know why. It's just in my brain. And I don't know. It's just how my brain works. I know it's stupid, but that's what it is. But yeah, I'm going to go to Sesame Street. And then, you know what? After that, then we can tell you how to get to Sesame Street, because we would have gotten there. I haven't been there since I was a kid. And the reason why is to go ride Oscar the Grouch. And plus, I haven't been there since I was a kid. Stupidly, I never took my kids there. Very stupid. I mean, they look at it like, why are we going to Sesame Street? Like, you know what I mean? They're at that age, they rather play Call of Duty or Fortnite, or, go to a big park and not go to some kiddie park. And then I'm going to drag them to Edaville this summer. So, that's just, it's the kid in me. Even though it's a kiddie park, it's not big, I still enjoy the aspects, because with everyday life and everything, going on, whether it's work or school or whatever anybody's doing, you get stressed out all the time. And I like to just suck myself into, something that's not a real reality, and it's total fantasy, and I enjoy it. That's why I like going to amusement parks and playing pinball and acting like a 5-year-old. That's just what I do. I want to escape the everyday life. When I go to, that's why I love Disney. Universal, June 7th, 1990, Universal Florida open. Oh yeah, I saw the thing about the Nickelodeon studio opening on today's date. I mean, it's crazy. I love that, it doesn't matter whether it's movies or whatever it is, amusement parks. I like the throwbacks because it's just like, wow. Like I remember certain things opening, certain rides, certain parks, certain movies, certain whatever. And then you take a look back and see how long ago that was. And it's just mind-boggling, mind-blowing. And, I mean, an example with Universal Florida. Look at what it was in 1990 and look at what it is today. I mean, there's a lot more today, obviously, than there was back then, and a lot of the rides that were there and opening are gone. What, the only, when it's first and set, what is E.T., like the original ride left, if I'm not mistaken? I mean, there's buildings and stuff that were reused for new rides, but ride terms, I believe E.T. was one of the last remaining original rides of Universal. Everything else has been either added or taken out and redone for newer stuff, and that's why you get to watch everything evolve, and I like that. I like watching stuff evolve. Yeah, I can imagine Knoebels being hard to get to from Philly. Because Knoebels is just no, ET's still there for the time being. I'm sure it's eventually gonna go. I mean, I love E.T. I find E.T., even though it still looks dated, but it still looks beautiful to this day. It's still one of my favorite rides at that park, and I always make sure that I ride it every time I go. It's just one of those rides that I don't want to miss. I know it's not one of the popular rides, but I just love the story of it. I love the ride vehicle sitting like on the bike and just going through the story. And I love when you land on E.T.'s planet and it's all funky and everything. And I love all the little different creatures and the different ETs and his species. I love the ride. And for those that haven't ridden it, you really need to check out the queue line. The queue line is phenomenal. I know it's not like tons, but it's like walking through the forest and stuff like it is phenomenal. Like I love it. That's like a great attraction for me. Like I love it. See, I love rides like that. I know most rides like that don't come out anymore like that. Everything's screens or different type of animatronics and stuff, but I still love E.T. the way it is, and I'm sure at some point that is going to go on. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to see E.T. go, but I know it's gonna happen. Everything happens, everything moves on, everything go. I get it, and it just sucks. It's as I get older and I see things, and maybe because the Mummy at Universal is a really good ride. I love what they did. I would even be game for more rides like that. I mean, that whole dock ride roller coaster aspect is great, even though I know when I sit in the back, I forgot which side I'm on. Might be all the way to the right. Yeah, if you're sitting in the back row, all the way to the right, the second half of it, when it's coming up, and you get that airtime hump, and then it dives down always kills my leg knee. I always remember that, and I'm bracing my leg for it because it hurts. But regardless of that, I mean, the whole theming of it is great. The ride is awesome. I love the ride. Point is, I remember Confrontation. I have the picture somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know if it's on my computer or if my parents still have it in their picture books. But I have the picture of me, my brother, and my parents when we went, and I think it was 93, 94, something like that. And we rode Confrontation. And when you came out of the queue line, which is basically where the gift shop is for the Mummy, they had the big Kong head and then the hand, and you would stand in it and take a picture like Kong was holding you. So I still have that, and I have it. I don't know where it is. I don't know. Is it in here? No, I think it's in another room in a bin. It's when you go to any park, when you go, hey, can I take a picture? There was one inside Universal, and back that same trip, and they had all the Hanna-Barbera characters that pop up, on the bottom of the picture, along with your picture. You know, I mean that's one great thing. Like when I like having those old memories. I know I have some old Rocky Point photos somewhere, and I know I have great adventure ones like where I don't know what they call the kiddie area over by Skull Mountain. I don't know if it's Kidsopolis or whatever. It used to be, like a Wiggles World. I forgot what they call it now. But where that stage is, that used to be the station for a flume ride. That used to be the other flume ride. And I have a picture of me on that flume that my dad took. So, I like all that stuff, It's just, I like going down memory lane. Yep, picture in Kong's hand. That was so awesome. I remember that. I remember that, like, walking down that ramp and going into that photo like it was yesterday. So you can get saved by Spider-Man. Hey, maybe you can get saved by Spider-Man. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, the whole. I mean, everybody knows my gripe about how I feel about Universal now and the latest attractions. Kind of not. I'm not a big screen the ride kind of guy. So. Oh, so now it's Safari Kids. But yeah, that stage where it has that weird tarp, thing over there, that used to be the station for another log flume ride. Different type, different style. And I remember coming, when you came off the last drop before you came back into the station. Not now. When the new Kong ride that's in Islands of Adventure, I don't think has that same type of setup. But that was back when it used to be inside the Mummy. In the Mummy's building when Kong, because the old Kong Frontation ride used to be like you were on like a suspended monorail type thing, like a suspended subway car going through the city, New York City, and you'd go through and you see the city, and then you see Kong come over and he'd shake you, swipe at you, see him, and then you come by and he'd shake you and stuff. It wasn't like a crazy ride, but for the time it was cool. I mean, if you look back at it, like if you went to ride it now, you would probably be like, oh, that ride really sucks. I don't know. Because I only rode it one time. Because, see, back in those days, they didn't have flash passes, so everything was, an hour, 2, 3 hour wait, everything. And they didn't have a lot of rides, but you could ride everything in a day. You rode Jaws, and you rode Back to the Future, and you rode, what is now the Minions used to be the Hanna-Barbera ride. And it's the same ride, it was just on the screen was Hanna-Barbera. Then that changed into Jimmy Neutron. So, obviously Universal has changed quite a bit since 1990 to now, and there's I'm glad that they've evolved, and I'm actually interested to see what the new Harry Potter coaster becomes. That's over in Islands of Adventure. Yep, the Wiggle Show stage was a flume turntable station. I remember. Yeah, I was saying before. I remember coming off the drop before you get into the station. The boat would skip. And it was cool. I remember one time, me and my friend, because, we were fat guys back then. Well, still fat guys, but, both of us were big back then. Yeah. And we sat in the back instead of putting any in the front. And when we came down, the boat skipped and it just went like across the water like that. I'm surprised we didn't flip the boat. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, I remember that Kong ride that Huss built. They don't really build any more of those. Not that I'm aware of. I forgot what they were like, the Huss Topple somethings. I forgot what they were, but they were like Huss Topple. I forgot what the name of the ride was. But I know exactly what you're talking about. They were pretty, they were definitely different and pretty crazy for its time, I would say. But evidently they were plagued with a lot of problems, so those went away. I mean, it's sad to see, but Huss as a company kind of like hasn't done anything. They ran into their issues, and now all the parks are ripping all their rides out. I haven't seen anything news-wise of Huss really bringing out anything new. And it's a shame because Huss has made a lot of awesome rides over the years from when they began to now. And I hate to see that they're not popular anymore. And like I've always said, I wish that companies that either are around or defunct would go back and take the popular flat rides and put new innovation into them, remake them, obviously for today's standard. Yeah, same thing with Chance, but Chance is starting to develop and try things. Like they have the Unicoaster. Now they got the Unicoaster 2, which is instead the Unicoaster was like a rock and roll or a loop like at Knoebels, just a new age style. And then they made one that's more of a coaster and it does the same thing. Yeah, the pole pivoting from the ground by Huss. Yeah, that thing. And it was just interesting to see how everything came about, but with the Unicoasters and I haven't seen, I think like Mall of America put in a Unicoaster, but I haven't seen any other parks, at least in the United States, put one. I remember when I went to IAPA and I talked to Chance, and I mean they got the coaster that went into what do you call it, Kentucky Kingdom that I rode, and which I thought was phenomenal. Dollywood had one of those, and then they ended up suing them because the ride never worked, and they got ripped out. I don't know how many people remember that whole like incident. When I went to Dollywood, it wasn't even there, I don't think, or I think when they did Coast to Con, I don't know what year they took it out. It might have been the year of Coast to Con or before Coast to Con, maybe after. I don't remember the ride being there. I just remember people pointing and staring at it like somebody got murdered in that spot. It was kind of weird. But yeah, so Chance is trying to make like their comeback because I know Chance is working on a bunch of stuff, but they came out with a new train engine that's all electric. No, battery operated, whatever. It's not any fuel or anything. It's like green energy and all that. Yeah, Chance put the new restraints on the Zipper. Like I said, I really wish that all these companies, even ones that are defunct, somebody come out and make a similar ride and update it and bring back some of the classics that could be, retweaked for safety in today's world. Because we all know, well, for those that are old enough to know, like myself, I was at the end of it. A lot of the younger people that watch this may not have ridden rides like that. Maybe if you go to Knoebels is probably, and some other places like that, maybe your only place to ride something, like old where it still has the old restraints and stuff where maybe it wasn't, I should say UNY, like unicorn, Chance Unicoaster. Yeah, I know, it's a Rhode Island accent and the New England thing, and it may not sound correctly to everybody, but that's okay. So, but in any case, a lot of the way that the rides were made and the safety concerns weren't really there. I mean, in today's world, you got to put a label on everything, and you have to say, "Hey, watch out, dummy! You could get hurt by doing something stupid." That's why like on the roller coasters they had the signs that say, "Please don't stand," and all these other and all the other rides and stuff. It's because of people that are really dumb. I don't know if they're like ambulance chasers or they're really just dumb and trying to try to be like jackass, try to be a stuntman and think they're cool and try to impress people and do stupid things. I feel as humans, as time went on, we didn't really evolve much in terms of not being that stupid. I mean, look, now they have to put signs on the ride fences. Don't jump the fence. You're gonna get hurt. You could die. You literally have to label everything. Back in the day, people weren't that stupid. I'm sure accidents happened, but for the most part, people didn't do stupid stuff to put a sign up. As time went on, people were like, I'm a badass and I'm going to rebel and I'm going to just do whatever I want. So now they're going to put signs up. So that way they cover their ass as the lawyers come from the ambulance chases. That's just how I look at it. It's my opinion on how I see humanity at its stupidest. I mean, realistically, it's at their stupidest. It's kind of funny. And besides all that, it's Correctamundo. Yes, it looks like that old ride. I mean, except the Unicoaster, besides it having the cage around it like at Knoebels, I don't think the one at Knoebels you can put your foot on the bar, the footstool thing, and move it so you can get flips or pull it back so you don't flip. This one I think it just does its flips. It's a controlled because I believe the rock and rolls, and I believe made by chance. There was two versions. There was one that you could control, like the one at Knoebels, and then there was the ones like that was at Rocky Point where you had no control. It just flipped. It just spun. You know what I mean? It just spun, and probably gravity took its course, and you could get it to roll. Because I remember like one of the last times I went to Knoebels, maybe the last time or the time before that. I was just, I mean, those rides would get me to, you know what I mean? You know what? This is going to be a segue into the accidents portion, actually. From stupidity. Now that you think about it, correct. Yeah, you're correct. It's like the Joker coaster without going up. But I remember at Knoebels, those kind of rides, when I'm spinning around, I'll get dizzy. I won't get sick. I won't, get like totally messed up. So I just said, I forgot who. I don't know if it was Devin or Jared. I don't know who was riding with me. And I just said, look, I said I'm gonna just push the pedal and we're just gonna spin the entire ride. So as soon as it let loose, after it goes around a little bit, I just hit the pedal and just kept ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. We were so dizzy when we got off, but it was awesome. I totally highly suggest if you go to Knoebels and you ride the looper, just go with it. Just hit the pedal. Or if the person with you might end up wearing puke on this, but doesn't really like to spin that much, and is trusting you not to spin it, but once the ride's going, they can't do nothing about it, you might wear puke and it might be worth it, just hit the pedal. Just do it. Even if the person doesn't puke and is leery and doesn't really want to get dizzy too much, like, okay, I'll ride this, but as long as we don't go spin that much. You'll be like, oh, okay, I got you. And then just boom, and then ba-boom, ba-boom, and they yell and scream and swear at you, but it's okay because at the end of the day, you get to laugh, you get to have fun, and you get to spin and get dizzy, and maybe you can make that person puke when they get off the ride. You may wear puke, but it may be funny. I need to find somebody to go on that with me that I can try to get to make them do that and puke, but hopefully not on me. That would be good, not on me. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to somehow strap a GoPro to me and record the ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. That would be cool. All right, so segue into ride accidents. There's been a few. I didn't write them all down on here. I think I started one, and then I didn't. I think I had to restart my computer, forgot to save. But anyway, Kentucky Kingdom, over the weekend, had a little accident with T3. For those that don't know what T3 is, it's basically a version of the Riddler's Revenge. The two trains bumped, they closed it, but it's since been reopened after their investigation. I don't know exactly. I didn't read the investigation. I just saw that it was closed. And then while I was typing up this, that I saw that there was, it reopened. So I got to check on that. Also, for a ride accident at Carowinds, there was a fire on a bumper car, but there was nobody on it. Right? Did I do that? You know what? Oh, no, they're all here. Yeah, okay. I'm just reading a bunch of crap. So Carowinds, one of the bumper cars caught fire on Monday. No cause has been determined yet, that I know of anyway. There could have been since then. The modern version, it doesn't. I think it's kind of like it just spins. I don't know if it's magnetic spun, like like Joker, like these Joker SNS coasters here. I don't know if they're magnetically spun, on a thing to spin. I don't know if it's programmed to spin. I don't know how the spin works on them. When I went to Knoebels, and there may be pictures of it, I don't know, on SFNEOnline's Facebook, there could be a picture of, they have, yes, an SLC by Vekoma. I may have a picture on there of the Unicoaster seat. Yep, T3 SLC by Vekoma. Of just the car sitting, but it was not for the Unicoaster 1. It's Unicoaster 2, which they're promoting as they can make it do that. Instead of the ride going around in a circle, it'll go on a track and around, and still do what the Looper does, just on a track. So that'll definitely be interesting to see. But yeah, so the bumper car, nobody was on the ride, nobody got fired. Nobody caught on fire, nobody was on the ride. The employee, as per trained, pull out the fire extinguisher, put the fire out, and the bumper cars did reopen, obviously minus that bumper car. But there's video and pictures of it all over the internet that you can find at your heart's content. You're just seeing that thing just catch fire. I mean, a lot of speculation as it could have been electrical. I don't know. I mean, it's probably safe to assume, unless the last person in there lit something on fire, which I highly doubt, but you never know. And then the last, all these accidents all happened within a few days of each other. So Kentucky Kingdom's, I don't know, it was Saturday or Sunday. Carowinds was on Monday. And Great Adventures that we're talking about for the Sky Screamer was, it's not per se an accident, but the ride did stop. So this Sky Screamer is obviously smaller than the New England Sky Screamer. And as it stopped halfway up. A safety sensor put it in E-stop. The cable looks like a chain kind of thing that's on it let go, and it's still shut down. So they gotta, obviously they gotta fix it and go through and see what caused it to snap and let go. It took about 15 minutes for maintenance to get everybody down. Nobody was hurt. The ride did what it was supposed to do, which is great. It could be the same guy going around making accidents. I mean, if you look, he went from Kentucky Kingdom, went to Great Adventure, and then went to Carowinds in a trip and just caused stuff, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, see, I love when the media gets a hold of this stuff. Doesn't matter what kind of ride it is. The media loves it. The media absolutely, positively loves when something happens. Because they eat that up and they want to sell it. Because that's what gets viewers to their channels. So what they want to do is they want to go, oh, look at the ride, they were stranded, they're going to die. When we all know, everybody that's watching, we're all enthusiasts, we know how it works, we've all seen, what do you call it? We've all seen, those that have been to coaster enthusiast events, have been behind the scenes. We know a lot more, obviously. I mean, and I'm not saying we're all experts by any means, but we've seen enough stuff to get the basic idea. We know the safety pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It's not, like I said, none of us are really experts unless you work on the ride and your maintenance or the manufacturer and you're an expert at that ride. Us as enthusiasts, we learn things, and some people might take it to an extreme. Some people go, oh, okay, I get an pretty much understanding, and just roll with it. And then the media gets a hold of it and doesn't know a damn thing. And they're like, oh my God, the world's ending. They were stuck for an hour, 10 minutes, 2 seconds. Oh my God, they died. They gotta angle up the drama. And I get why they're doing it. It also helps make the industry look bad, even though the rides, when they stop or do whatever they were meant, when they stop on a lift hill, they stop halfway up, they stop somewhere. They were designed because there's sensors in place. When it senses something wrong, it stops. I mean, sometimes the rides go wonky, you valley, didn't have enough speed, somebody flies out of a ride, something happens. There are accidents that are tragic, that people die or get hurt, and it was the fault of the operator or the park or the carnival or whoever. And I get that. That stuff's unfortunate, but most of the stuff isn't true accident when people are getting hurt in the sense of, oh my God, what's up, John? And so, but everybody's got to do it. They got to, put up all the drama, make it all go. They got to do what they got to do. And I get it. It's part of their job. They got to draw in the ratings, get the people glued to the TV, which is bad. But still, I get it. So those were the 3 accidents that happened all within 3 days of each other, which was kind of crazy. I feel this year's really crazy with the accidents, and we were some of us, well, me and somebody else in the forums on SFNEOnline's website, we're talking about the accident, and I said this year's just really crazy with accidents all around in the industry, and I get that maybe more and more we hear more about the accidents than we did years ago. So I believe that social media plays a big hand in that, and also with that, it's everybody with the cell phone and a camera, on the camera on their cell phone, who wants to get the YouTube views, wants to get famous, and they're sitting there. Oh God, look at that! Oh my God, and I feel, I personally feel that's how it amplifies more now than it has even say 5 years ago. Because if you think about it, 5 years ago, everybody and their mother wasn't trying to be a social media star. Everybody tries. I mean, I'm on social media doing my thing. Would I love to be a superstar at it and be known throughout the world? Hell yeah. I like it. I mean, it's like when I go to Six Flags and, ride employees, just employees in general, management, flash pass guys, trash pickup, ride attendants, whoever I've talked to, or etc. I feel like I'm in the TV show Cheers, and I think I've said this before. People give me a lot of crap because I'm like a total fan, not a total fanboy, but I love Six Flags New England. I love the park. I love the atmosphere. I love the rides. I love the food. Some food might be better than others. I just love the park. And then people are like, you fanboy, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, whatever. But I feel like I'm in an episode of Cheers because, for those that don't know what Cheers is, was a TV show back in the 80s there, that, was after a bar in Boston with Ted Danza and Shelley Long and all that. And, they had, the theme song was like, we want to go where everybody knows your name. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I don't know how many people heard that song, but you know what? I don't get Dippin' Dots, so maybe the Dippin' Dots guy knows who I am. I don't know, but I just like the fact because I feel like I'm at home, and I feel welcomed because the people that work at the park obviously watch this show. They see what we do for SFNEOnline. They go to the forums and read them. They see what we do on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and whatever else there is out there that people handle. And they like what we do because we try our best to bring a positive light to the park. But if there's something wrong, we also bring that to the park. And they enjoy that about what we do. So a lot of the workers there that watch it, that recognize who I am, they know who I am. They're like, hey, they don't know my name per se. They're like, oh, yeah, you're the guy from SFNEOnline. Oh, you're the guy from the Grow Show. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And, we talk for a minute, And I like that. And I like when people that watch the show are fans of the Facebook or whatever. And they're like, hey, what up? Like that was like Marcus is a good example of that. He's seen me on Facebook, and then we've talked online, and then we hook up and now we hang out. A lot of people like that I've met that you see hanging out in our crew walking through the parks are all met because of either Ace or SFNEOnline, and we just hang out, and it's just one of those places that I personally like to be at. Now, don't get me wrong, I love other parks. It's not just I just go there a lot because of the reason I just stated, but I also go to other ones. Yeah, the media knows me as the guy that wrote Harley Quinn 36 times. But lo and behold, that record's going to get broken. More information on that soon. I can't fully at liberty to discuss that at this moment. Details being worked out, and we'll let you know about that. But what I just said is going to be happening soon. Myself and the park are finishing out the logistics of what we're attempting. So that's a little secret tidbit that you guys just heard that nobody knows about yet. Just a little secret, little taste of something for the future. So yeah, so like I said, it's just craziness. And that's why I love going there. I mean, I've gone to other parks and be like, hey, you're that guy from SFNEOnline. You know what I mean? And by all means, I love it. And I realized that I've loved it ever since I was a little kid in preschool. Only because on the other YouTube channel that we put other videos that have nothing to do. You know, like I said a million times, we open up that other YouTube channel. Today, I've been doing Throwback Thursdays. I found, you know, all these like mini DV tapes, and these ones I still haven't even put on the computer yet. And I found more VHS tapes of stuff from back in the day. I mean, there's a bunch of them from Jessica, so that we're gonna put, you know, Valissa and whatever. Not that anybody cares, I guess, because it's not amusement park related. Nope, not ERT. I found stuff, and then today was one of me and my brother. I was in preschool, and my brother was a baby. Like me and my brother are like 2.5 years apart, so he was a baby, ish. He might have been 2, 1, I don't know, but Jeremy was watching the one from last week where my dad was doing like this interview thing with me because he had just bought. I don't know how many of you ever seen or remember. I don't know how old some of you people are. But the old camcorders from the 80s were like these big giant cameras. And then you had to carry along a VCR on a strap that was battery powered. And you walked around with this gigantic retarded looking thing. It was just stupid looking. You know? It was really dumb. And, 30 years ago. It was from the 80s. It was from like 1982. I think is when my father got the camcorder. And it was a big thing because these other like as I watched these videos, like my parents' friends would come over and it was mind blowing. Everybody today knows everything about, you know, camcorder. You know, here's the newest, 4K camera, right? Video camera, right? This is tiny in comparison. You know what I mean? This thing is tiny compared to what my dad had. But people were mind blown that he even had a video camera back when that was recorded. You know, it was that, like, when I watched their reactions, they're like, oh my God, that's beautiful. This is nice. Obviously, because they were really expensive back. I don't know what the cost, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. I don't know what they cost back then, but still, my dad bought one. And you know, like I said, you compare it to this now, and it's mind-blowing, and then watching people's reactions to it. I mean, I'm thankful my dad had the video because when I went to my grandfather's house over the weekend, my kids cut the grass, and it was on YouTube, and I was able to show them. There was this old woman that used to live with my grandparents that they took care of. It was a friend of the family. And she died when I was a kid. Might have been late 80s, early 90s. It was probably like late 80s, I think. So he hasn't heard her voice or seen her, except for a picture, since then. We're talking a long time ago. And it made him smile. He was happy that he got to see it. I'm just glad that my father had recorded her and stuff. And it was a good moment between me and my grandfather, even for that quick moment. But that's the point, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. But that's why I put all that stuff over there. But yeah, so it's just crazy how things go in terms of the tapes and stuff like that. I love having that. And that's why if you look, I don't know if it was last Thursday or a few Thursdays ago, I had one of these little tapes that evidently this is mini DV tape, and I took it to Six Flags New England in 2008, and I posted the video. I didn't go crazy at it. I kind of just left it raw. I cleaned it up a tiny bit, nothing crazy, and I let it roll. And it had footage of Jeremy when he was little. You don't really get to see Devin in it, even though he's there. You saw Thomastown. You saw Time Warp. You saw Catapult. Cyclone before it became Wicked Cyclone. You saw Pandemonium back then. You saw DC villains. Like the Joker had a mask instead of the paint. And then there was the guy, I want to assume it was Freeze. And I just love going back in time with stuff. I really love it. I know. That was kind of like a useless moment. How much time on mini tapes? Let's see. If this particular one says 60 minutes is the record time on it. I think if you change the speed, you could probably double it. Because I don't know how many people remember, like with the VHS tapes, the high 8 tapes, the mini DVs. If you change this time speed to a little slower, you could get a little more video on it. And oh, wait a minute. Hey, this one might be good. I just happened to look at what it was said. I got to look at this one. This is I think when Alyssa was 1. Storyland. That was a while ago. Well, I'm sure my other channel is basically a family vlog one. Because what I did was I just posted stuff on it that, I get it. When people come to SFNEOnline, the Grove Show YouTube channel, or the site, I get it. You don't care about cruises. You don't care about if I went to the grocery store. You don't care if I played a board game. I mean, unless it was related to amusement park, I get it. I was thinking about, the problem is my days aren't always exciting. I mean, I can always make them exciting because here's the thing that I like to tell everybody out there. And I've been telling, if my mother gets mad at my father, or if my mother's like depressed for, has a, Storyland, New Hampshire. So Alyssa's turning 12 next month. So that was 11 years ago, Storyland. So I haven't looked at this tape yet. So I'll have to find out. So this is a long time ago. This is 11 years ago tape, 10 years ago tape. Storyland from back then. So I don't know how much of what's on it, but if there's something good on it, you damn well know I'll post that on SFNEOnline site. You know that just because it's part of the thing. But anyway, the whole point of what I was saying, and I'm a bag of wind, and I just keep going. I tell everybody when somebody, and I know it's not easy. Depression's not something you mess with. I get that, and my mother gets depressed. People get depressed. Even I get depressed sometimes. But I for some reason my brain can snap out of it. I can snap. If I'm depressed, it might be for a couple hours, and then I can snap myself out of it. Not everybody can do that. But what I tell everybody is this, and I want everybody, even though the show's not over by any means, but after this show, I want you to really think about what I'm about to say next. Because it really means, it means something to me, so hopefully it means something to you. I live by this motto that in the end it always works out. But also on top of that, I also live by, it doesn't matter in life if you fail. It doesn't matter if you hit the rockest of bottoms. No matter, and I tell Marcus this, because sometimes Marcus gets in a mood sometimes, and I become the Dr. Phil sometimes, and I don't mind that because I'd rather help somebody instead of them do something stupid. Not the saying that he was going to or said something. It's just in my mind, when somebody's depressed, I try to cheer them up so they don't get to that point. That's what I try to do. It's the kind of guy I am. But life is too short to worry about the bullshit. Life is too short to be depressed. I mean, I get, like I said, I know there's no cure, no easy fix. There's a reason why people are depressed. That's why there's medications. That's why people commit suicide. That's why there's suicide hotlines trying to help people. And I tell people this. If you're ever depressed or upset, call me. I'll figure it out and try to make you laugh for 2 minutes to make you forget about it. That's what I do. You can always contact me some way or another, but you'll get a hold of me. But regardless of that, I tell my mother this. I tell everybody. I tell my friends this. I tell everybody this. Who gives a crap how bad life is? Life's too short. Live your life. Go have fun. That's why I said, you know what? We're going to Sesame Street. It's for little kids. It's not for us. Exactly. If you never failed, it means you never challenged. Trust me, I failed at a lot of things. And stupidly, I gave up on a lot of things. I've had conversations with Luco and Jessica and my parents and stuff about, what if I didn't stop this. Like I doubt I could have been a professional baseball player. I don't know. But at the time, as I was moving up in my, when you go from Little League to Major League to Babe Ruth and so on and so forth, and I had a talent. There's no doubt about that. And because I didn't challenge myself enough, I quit. Because when I got to a certain plateau, as the higher I got, I was on this one team for 2 years and all we did was win. I was purposely trying to suck so we would lose because I hated when I was always winning We won every game for 2 years. Every friggin' game. You know, there were scouts looking and stuff, but every game we would win. And I hated that. There was no challenge. You know what I mean? I could switch hit home runs. I mean, pitching, I no. Every time I pitched, I beamed every batter. I couldn't pitch worth of crap. Was not a pitcher. Not at all. I am not going to Six Flags New England this weekend because I'm going to the... Luco, you probably didn't hear about this yet, but Saturday we're going to the air show. It's down in Quonset Point. It's free. Oh, and what's up, Coaster Box, by the way? It's free, and everybody wants to go. My dad wants to go. The kids want to go. So we're going to go to the air show. And it'll be kind of good to kind of chill, relax, because we got Coaster Con coming up and all that noise. So I will not be going to Six Flags New England this weekend. And then I'm going to a concert Sunday to go see 30 Seconds from Mars. I have no idea who the hell they are. I was looking at videos and stuff. The only thing I know about that is the lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars is Jared Leto, who was the Joker in Suicide Squad. That's not really the kind of music that I listen to. You know, for those that don't know, I listen to like Underground, Juggalo, you know, ICP, Twisted, Wolfpack, you know, Gravediggers, and plus like Wu-Tang Clan and old school hip hop music, some rock music, you know. But this new crap, you know, Jessica had an extra ticket, asked me if I want to go, so I went. But yeah, so like I was saying before about my whole thing, what I want you to walk away from: life's too short. Have fun. Forget about if you fail. No Paw Sox for me. I haven't been to a Paw Sox game in a million years. And I probably should go before they tear that stadium down. So, like I said, in the end, it always works out. Never be afraid to fail. I tell everybody, I tell Luco, I tell my parents, I don't give a crap if I lost everything that I own. My pinballs, my house. I mean, I would care if I lost my kids. I don't care about material objects. I don't care. These are just toys that I have fun with. And then someday when I get sick of having machines, I'll sell them off and take that money and go do something else. You know, I don't care. But I want everybody to find a way in their life to be happy. And by what I mean by that is, don't be afraid to fail. Don't care about losing stuff. You can always find another way and get stuff. It's just stuff. I don't care about any of this stuff. Nothing. I mean, I care about it in the sense that I get to do this. I love doing this. I love going to parks. I look at my life, and my mother just can't, especially my mother, even my girlfriend Jessica and her mother, like, I just can't believe that everybody knows I'm 40. If you don't, I don't know. Oh, the accidents that you missed out were Kentucky Kingdom T3, the bumper car at Carowinds, and the Sky Screamer at Six Flags Great Adventure. So, like I said, I'm full of life. Even as I get older, I got to the point where I don't care. I don't care what any of you think. You guys could love me. You could hate me. I don't care. It doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do. If you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like what I'm doing, don't watch. If you don't want to... No, I would never agree to be homeless. I would do everything I could to avoid that, but you know what I mean? I look at this, right? This is really like having a bank account, so to speak, because these machines, if I don't, say in 10 years from now, my company goes out of business and say I have no money and I lose this house, will it be red BSN? Oh, okay. I could just sell all these and get myself an apartment and live for a little bit while I try and get a job. And you know what I mean? Not that I would want to sell these because I love pinball and I love my stuff, but I wouldn't be afraid to sell my stuff to survive, if that makes any sense. So just walk away with this idea in your head. Never be afraid to fail. Live your life. Don't let people put you down. Don't care what anybody says. If you're fat and somebody calls you a fat ass or something, say, yeah, I know it. Who cares? I know fat shaming is not a thing and you shouldn't just accept it and just lay down. But who cares? Do those people... Nobody should affect your life no matter what. People have called me a fat ass and other bad names over there. And I'm like, you know what? I am. I don't care, but I'm losing weight. But I don't care. You know, I worry about me, not them. So just try to... But I try to keep myself in a positive light. So when, if I get in a depressed moment, I just kind of, after a couple hours of being down in the dumps, I just go, like, what am I doing? Slap myself in the head a couple times, and then I go play pinball or go watch a cool, funny movie or something. Well, there you go. You file for bankruptcy, start over. Not that that's the way to go, but, you know. I'm just saying, in terms of my life, it's just weird how my brain thinks and how my brain works. I just try to keep my life as positive as possible. And then when I see a lot of negativity coming at me, like, not negative, people have opinions, and that's not it. I'm talking about toxic people that are around me that are bringing me down. I get rid of those toxic people. I'll say something. I don't expect anybody to change. A person's going to be the person. And I just get them out of my life. I don't like having toxic things, toxic people in my life because it really brings me down, and I don't like that. I like being the full of life guy, trying to be as happy as possible, having fun, bringing you the show, bringing you the news, have fun. I have not yet, but speaking of Action Point, I don't know how many people watch Hot Ones on YouTube, where they eat the hot wings, ask the questions. Season 6 of it started today, and the first guest was Johnny Knoxville. So they were talking about that, showing him he did get like messed up from one scene. I haven't seen it yet. Well, he ended up with stitches and all this other stuff. It was messed up. They showing pictures and stuff, and it was cool. They talked about the movie and the stunts. He said all the stunt people, even himself, wore no pads, no wires, no nothing, and just did the stunts. He said it was the most hurt he's ever gotten on a movie shoot ever. Carolyn's bumper car just lit on fire. I haven't seen any investigation. Could have been electrical. I doubt somebody started it. Nobody was on it. Employee put the fire out. It was cool. All right, so I'm going to run down this news because we still got a bunch of stuff to cover. I just ranted and raved and went on a motivational... Yeah, just one bumper car caught on fire. All right, so there's a few great adventure things besides the Skyscraper thing. Cyborg has an official opening of Wednesday the 13th. The membership preview is tomorrow for memberships only. Then on the 9th and the 10th, the memberships can exclusively ride until noon, with season pass holders able to join in afterwards. Also on June 9th is Switchfoot Concert, whoever that band is, for free. Also, the food truck and craft beer event is June 16th through 17th. Excuse me. Also on June 26th, they have a wrestle and ride event. On June 16th, they're hosting a wrestling event on June 16th. The wrestle and ride will feature Mick Foley, Jerry the King Lawler, and Billy Gunn live at the park. The event will take place at the Movietown Arena at 2:30 p.m. and general admission bleacher seating is free with park admission, season pass, or membership. So if you're into that kind of thing, what's up, Theme Park New England? How you doing, man? So yeah, that's what's going on at Great Adventure. Now they kicked off this week Busch Gardens. 40th anniversary of Loch Ness Monster. So they got kinds of things going on from June 1st to June 10th. So you only got a couple days left. You got 3 days left. Well, yeah, you got the 8th, 9th, and 10th left if you're going to Busch Gardens. They got $40 tickets, but they must be used by July 1st. They also have limited time food and drink specials at the Dawes Fest House as a nod to the park's rich heritage. They got Loch Ness Monster cupcakes, Dippin' Dots throughout the park. Special donuts available in England. Double looping interlocking pretzel available at Oktoberfest. 40-cent popcorn available near the ride entrance in Scotland. Loch Ness Monster melon ball of frozen drink in Italy. Souvenir drink cup featuring the Loch Ness Monster. Now there's Loch Nessary accessories, 40% discount on all Loch Ness Monster products around the park. Commemorative 40th anniversary hat at select shops. Vintage t-shirts at select shops. Exclusive kids slippers at select shops. Loch Ness Monster ride photos for $4.40. They also have, you can add a Loch Ness Monster plush combo to your photo for only $25. And then it says Nessie's noticeable enhancements. Walking up the cave with special effects, including lighting and a Loch Ness Monster roar. Refurbished train cars and a paint job. And a renovated ride entrance and a queue line enhancement. So I haven't seen it, but there's tons of stuff. I mean, I've seen this stuff online because they had like this anniversary thing go on and all that. I don't know, but I have information that I'm going to get to in a second. I just got 2 more points of news, and then that comes in. So we'll be, taking pictures, video, and all that stuff during CoasterCon and Loch Ness of all the stuff, the new train, the refurbished trains, the paint jobs, the effects, so on and so forth. We'll have that because we're going to talk about the tours that are going on for anybody going to CoasterCon. And then I'm gonna ask you guys a question about what you'd like to see from CoasterCon. We'll go over that really quickly. So again, the next tidbit of news, and this has to do with CoasterCon. King's Dominion has told Ace and has announced that Volcano will not be open during CoasterCon. It's going to be down for like 4 to 6 weeks. Don't know exactly what's going on, but something's going on, and they probably need parts, can't get them. So Volcano will be not open. So they're scrambling to fix the ERT for that. Coaster Studios is going to Europe right now. I'll have to check that out. So the next tidbit is Cedar Point Steel Vengeance is now running with 2 trains. As of last weekend when they did Coaster Mania, they ran 2 trains. AJ's rode it. We all know people, the reviews of it are really all over the place in a sense. I don't have an opinion because I haven't ridden it yet, and I plan to at some point. But what I hear, the consensus is it's a great coaster. AJ even said that it's the best coaster in the park. But he says it's basically, if he wanted to compare it to a ride, he goes, it's basically a bigger version of Wicked Cyclone. He says, but for him, and he wrote it 5 times, he says that he felt Wicked Cyclone was better. But he said Steel Vengeance was good. And it was the best coaster in the park. So take that as it is. I know a lot of people love it. A lot of people say it's overhyped. A lot of people say it sucks. I've heard stuff all over the spectrum. So I don't know for sure what I feel is great. And if it sucks, if it's awesome, if it's okay. I don't know. I'm waiting for, this year's hype to die down. Quite possibly next year I can make a trip and go to Cedar Point. And then that'll be, and then I'll, ride it then, and then I'll give my opinion on it then. I mean, I still got other coasters, Valraven. I got to get Gatekeeper. It's been a while since I've been there. So, and to get on to Kennywood is closed for the time being. I don't have an opening date. The rumor around the campfire is that the engine room caught fire. I don't know. Nobody said anything, and we just don't know. I mean, until the park says something. And then once we find out when it reopens, we'll let you know. And on the news at Kennywood, they announced today, earlier in the day, that they posted this scratch-off ticket for about next year. So they're going to start scratching off what's today? Thursday. So every Thursday, they're going to scratch off a new piece of the scratch ticket. So they scratched one off later on in the day, and the first thing that popped up was $192. I believe that is the height of the ride. So we'll see. As more things unfold and more things get different and better, we will see. And it should be interesting. I mean, the rumor's always been going around it's going to be an RMC. But we don't know. And I hope that we find out and hope that it happens, I'm excited about it. I mean, I don't know how many of you have been to Kennywood. And if you haven't been to Kennywood, get your butt out to Kennywood. It's another, they get a lot of classic rides. And I love that park. Yeah, I also heard about a rumor of a new Joker movie being made as well, too. And I also heard there's a rumor of it's not a rumor, but they're making a new Willy Wonka movie, but it's a prequel. And the 2 leads that are in the running for, I guess, Willy Wonka, one of them being Donald Glover, and I forgot the other guy's name. And I kind of found that weird. Not that it's a racial thing, it's a prequel. So if it's a direct prequel to the original, so to speak, and no offense to Donald Glover or black people or anything, and I'm just baffled how they're going to do this. Donald Glover's a black man. Gene Wilder was a white man. I don't know how they would make it play off. I mean, it would be interesting. I love Donald Glover as an actor. He was especially awesome in Han Solo movie. It's just kind of a weird Weird thing, because it's supposed to be a prequel of Willy Wonka. I don't know. It's not sitting in my head right. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm interested to see what happens with Kennywood. I think it's going to be great, and I'm really hoping that Kennywood gets like their own. And one of the rumors was Kennywood was going to get an RMC similar to like Lightning Rock. I don't know if it's exactly going to be a launch or not, but that kind of style, not like a Wicked Cyclone or a Steel Vengeance, with the Topper track. So I don't know, and we won't find out until they officially announce it. So it's going to be a little bit. There was like 9 spots. Have you seen the music video of "This Is America" by Childish Gambino? You know what? That sounds familiar. I don't know. I'll look it up after this and check it out. I've been on a kick lately, trying to find like other music that I would dig, besides like like ICP and Twisted and all Boondocks and Blaze Your Dead Homie and all that. Those were. One was called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and one was called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So, but this is supposed to be a direct prequel of the movie. So, I mean, regardless, even if they were basing it off of the first one, which I believe is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, no, Willy Wonka. I'm all confused. I gotta look. My brain, man. But regardless, if you had Gene Wilder or Johnny Depp, they're not black characters, and then if you were doing a direct prequel, you would then see if it was Donald Glover. Even though it would be an interesting take, because I really like Donald Glover as an actor. I thought it was fantastic. So we'll see how that pans out, if in fact he gets the role, because there's him and some other guy, and I can't remember who the hell it is. You know what? I love Volcano. I actually got a rollback on Volcano when I went my first time there. I got a rollback. It was actually pretty cool. It really was cool. I mean, I like that flying out of it. I mean, Volcano's a great ride. Kings Dominion has some great rides there. Some better than others, but I mean, look, they got Volcano, they got Wilder Wonka. Depp Charlie. The ride next to Volcano, the name slips my mind right now. And then you have I-305. And then you got the Flight of Fear. And and you know what? A lot of people give Stunt Job, or the Stunt Track, whatever they want to call that. They give that ride a lot of crap. I actually like it. I like that ride. I don't know why people hate it so much. I mean, the effects don't work for the most part anymore. I don't know why. They just let them go. But when they work, even still, the ride's still fun. I like the Stunt Track, Stunt Job, whatever the hell you want to call it. I like it. It's me. Can't fit on those types of rides. Was too fat for Wicked Twister at Cedar Point. I just make it on that. Oh, I gotta get the Canopy, but I might skip it this year and go next year. Just because I mean, like, my July is pretty much shot for events and stuff. So, it's July would definitely be out of the question. June's pretty much out of the question. Maybe I could pull off in August. I know September, and then once Haunt's open. Then it becomes, haunted house kind of thing. So, all right. So also the last bit of news is Hershey Park. They had their meeting, I believe it was last week or this week. Regardless, it said they're eyeing an expansion for 2020, which happens to be when CoasterCon rolls into town, because that's one of the parks for CoasterCon. But they're going to be moving the entrance, restoring the Spring Creek, constructing a new bridge. There's all kinds of other improvements. They did not announce any new rides yet. And they said once everything's approved and going, then they're going to start announcing rides and stuff. It's a 23-acre site. and they're just going to keep expanding and stuff. So it looks like something's hot in the trail. Everybody's saying a big coast is coming. You know, all the rumors going around. People just speculating. I haven't seen anything that's saying this is coming or that is coming or that is coming. So I don't know. You know, so we shall see. All right, so I'm going to get into the Coast-to-Con. You know, that Wildcat at Hershey's been on the rumored RMC list for a little bit now. I don't know. Maybe that could be for next year. I don't know. I mean, they haven't announced what's for next year, if anything. They might be saving it all for the 2020. I don't know. Because they are saying construction starts next year for all this new stuff. So like I said, I don't know what's coming, what's not coming, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So, Wildcat, I would love to see turn into an RMC. If it wasn't so rough, it'd be a great ride. I remember when I rode it and it wasn't so rough, and it was awesome. So now I'm hoping that if they're not going to retrack it, RMC it, make Wildcat great again. Because I think that ride would really benefit from an RMC. That's just me. So let's get into for those that are going to Coast-to-Con, if you're watching this later than normal, or if you are going and you're watching, on Sunday you're going to get an email to sign up for tours ahead of time. So when you get it, Sunday, June 10th, you're going to receive the link. You have the tour choice will be available through Friday, June 15th. So if there's any spaces available, they'll be at the regional information table on Sunday's registration session. They'll be able to do that. The tour sign-up sheets will be posted in the Ace Lounge. If you'd like to choose an additional tour. It says, due to this very large attendance, we want to apologize that space is not available for everyone to experience the tours. We want to ensure that as many people do have access to them. We're going to start registration for the tours with a limitation to give everyone an equal opportunity for choices. It says, if you sign up, show up, and only sign up for the one that you're, if you only sign up for a tour that you intend to show up at. It says you may choose one tour to sign up for at each park, with the exception of Busch Gardens, where you may choose one maintenance tour and enter the drawing for a special tour experience. The special tour experience is the Mini Coaster Tour, the Clydesdale Tour, or the Wolf Learning Tour. So at Six Flags America, you got two options. The Raw Tour, it's a wooden twister coaster constructed in 1998 by Great Coasters International. Or two, you could do the Apocalypse Tour, the B&M Stand-Up. Now, when they did a rollback on Volcano, they made us get off. You know, it stopped where the second launches, and they had like these step stools they had us climb down on. We had to walk out. No redo, which sucks. All right, so at King's Dominion, you got three choices. You got Twisted Timbers, you got I-305 and Races 75 Combo Tour. And then you have number 3, a Haunt Experience of Haunted Mazes, a walkthrough of 2 Haunted Mazes with lights on and no scare actors. I personally want to do the Haunt one because I love haunts. But that's me. And then you have 4 choices for Busch Gardens. You've got Loch Ness Monster. You have Battle for Ire, whatever. You have Griffin, and you have Verbolten. Personally, I would like Verbolten if I could get it. Maybe Luco, maybe we can split up. You know, like you take one of the kids, and then I take one of the kids. And like one does Loch Ness, one does Verbolten, maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about that this weekend before Sunday. So we get our act in a row, you know. And then it says, I told you the 3 different, the special tours. All 3 tours will be offered on both Thursday and Friday. Participants on the tour will be chosen via a drawing of all who submit that they are interested. Minimum age to participate is 12 years old. Please do not register if you may not attend. The fine print, you may enter the drawing for as many of these special tours as you like, 1 entry per tour. And you will be awarded the first one that your name is drawn for. Any additional winning draws will be forfeited for the first win. You will not have the opportunity to choose which one you will take if you win multiple drawings. So, all right. So it says Mini Coaster Tour, 30 participants per tour. Clydesdale is 15. And Wolf Training is 10 participants per tour. So, we'll discuss that. All right. So with that in mind, I know I just kind of rambled that off. And you said Six Flags America has survey markers. Do you know whereabouts where they are? I have to look into that, and maybe if they're obviously around for CoasterCon and I can see that, we'll take a peek without breaking any rules. How about that? And get some of that stuff. So with CoasterCon in mind, for those that have never been, how many RC remodel? How many different original designers works have they done? If you mean ones that they've originally designed, the only ones I know of that they've personally designed and done that I believe is Outlaw Run, Lightning Rod, and Goliath at Six Flags Great America. I'm not sure of any new... I'm sure there's some overseas that I don't know about. But for here in the United States, I know of 3 at least that were original. Unfortunately, Curse of the Dark Castle is no more, so no ERT. I'm wondering if there's going to be a meal inside that for Con. I'm wondering if that's going to happen. But anyway, so my question to all of you that are not going to CoasterCon, or even those that are going and want to see it, what we plan on doing is filming as much as we can for Con, between pictures and video and so on and so forth. I'll make vlog videos, compilation videos, whatever. So, for things that we have, is there things in particular at the parks you want to see? Maybe you've never been to the park. Maybe there's things in particular. Maybe there's tours on that list I read, from Six Flags America, Kings Dominion, and Busch Gardens that maybe you want us to see that, behind the scenes of that normally you've never seen, you want to see. Let us know either in the comments, this chat, message me. I'll also put a thing on the forum and I'll put it on Facebook, like a post, like as we get a little closer to Con, saying, hey, is there things you want to, see at the parks? Is there certain things you want us to go live at? Maybe this different kind of weird events. So if you guys just want to see Con itself, I can make sure that I can try to capture the best element. I wish I had enough battery and capacity to just walk around with. What I would love to do is take a GoPro, especially the new ones. You won't get that sound anymore because they took the case away from the microphone and it's all open with a little case around it so you can attach it. I'd like to be able to get a bunch of SD cards and just hit the record button. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here comes a spam bot. Look at that, 100% free dating site. Hey, anybody looking for a date? Go on that. There's definitely ERT on Superman over there down at Six Flags America. And I know that the first night, I don't know if I have the schedule over here still. I may have thrown it away. I think I might have. What the hell is that? Oh, my 5-cent voucher from the cruise nickel that I didn't cash out. Yeah, I think I threw away the... Oh, wait, what's this? Wait, I think I found it. I have all these papers everywhere, and I know you can't see me. Ah, here we go. Here we go, y'all. I have the CoasterCon tentative thing. I know we've gone over this before. So Sunday, June 17th, which is Father's Day. So pay attention to this. So as I shout things out, if there's things in particular, like you got to cover this, let me know. All right? I'm going to cover Con. I want to do it like I've never covered it before. I covered a lot when it was at Six Flags New England. But, the auctions. Yeah, I don't know how many seen that, but the Smilex, I don't know if you know, the Smilex that, basically there's Chris Smilek and his wife. His wife handles the merchandise of Ace, and then Chris always he does baking stuff for like East Coaster, and donates all the proceeds to one of the the Ace Foundation things, and he created some cool couple CoasterCon signs out of license plates, and it was really cool. I'm gonna try and bid on it and see where it goes. It's probably gonna go for big money. It's cool. I hope I can win. I'm gonna try like hell. I will try like hell. But in any case, I'll probably get outbid on it. But I'll try. Yeah, I see. That's the thing that I love about CoasterCon and the auctions. They always have some awesome pieces. Matter of fact, when I went to CoasterCon, that was at Great Adventure in Maurice Pier, we bid on two signs and won. One was from, I think they Double Trouble ride down at Maurice Pier. It was like, like the warning sign thing, like the big plastic saying, if you're pregnant or you're back, da 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 da. And then Jeremy wanted to keep, my youngest son wanted to keep the one from the go-karts, so he's got that. And, and then Luco bid on the Connect King Dakar roller coaster thing. And, I used to always want to get ride pods, but then I'm like, what am I going to do with these ride pods? Wheels and stuff. I don't care about them. I mean, I do have a blue wheel from the Polar Coaster at, what do you call it, Storyland, so that's kind of cool. But I mean, I don't really go for the ride. I like the signs and different weird, unique things. But anyway, I'm going to go over this really quick. And then, like I said, if there's anything in particular, so DJ Doug, you're going to con, so make sure we hang out. Yeah, it's a used wheel, man. I got it somewhere. It might be in a bin. So much for me. I mean, when I sell this house, hey, what's up, Cheryl Val? I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm not going to try. I don't want to be rude. I'll be bad at it, but what's up? But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really bad about a lot of my coaster memorabilia stuff. I mean, I got stuff on that far wall you can't see. But when I sell this house, and then after my parents build that huge addition for me and the kids to move in so I can take care of them, then I'm going to have a bigger studio space, so I'll be able to put stuff out better. Pinball's going to have its own space. The Grove Show's going to have probably I'm going to have a room probably about as big as this just for the Grove Show without pinball machines in it. So I can use half the room for one set for something. I can use the other half of the room for other stuff. I can have an editing area, storage for my cameras and stuff. Everything's all over the place. Yeah, maybe Luco comes back on a full roller coaster. But anyway, so Six Flags America, and I always do this when I do CoasterCon. I always walk through. Like the merchandise. Everybody knows me. I'm a sucker for merchandise. I buy the shirts. I buy crap. I bought Harley Quinn at Six Flags New England. You know what I mean? I just like collecting cool stuff. So you can go to the Ace General Store starting at 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and then they got check-in, banquet table reservations and stuff like that from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And then from 5 to 6 p.m. is a welcome and Ace presentation in the Grand Theater at Six Flags America. So that's where it starts. And then from 6 to 8 p.m. is a Wahoo Surfside patio pool party with buffet and drink stations. There's food that's cut off, I don't know. But the adults can get 2 alcoholic beverages and soft drinks. Obviously, the kids can't. I just see something: green beans, salads, desserts, 2 alcoholic beverages, soft drinks. Some of this got cut off. I tried getting it good, and it just wouldn't do it, so whatever. And this is tentative. This isn't the final schedule. It's changing. But anyway, so you're going to get ERT on Wahoo River, Bonsai Pipeline, and Tornado from 6 to 8. 8 to 9 is... Oh, so while the patio party's going on, so you can eat, drink, and get ERT. I'll probably try the Wahoo River if it's warm enough. Oh, what did I say about... Yeah, I went on for forever about things in life. The short of my things in life story was try to live positive, forget what other people say, life's too short, don't worry to fail, everything works out in the end. That's the long and short of it. That's what I said. That's the long and short of it. And then 8 to 9 p.m. is Wonder Woman Sky Screamer non-spitting phono opportunity. Whatever that means. And then from 8 to 10 is ERT on Superman the Ride of Steel, Joker's Jinx, Wild One, and Batwing. There might be something else. It just some stuff's cut off. So then that's the end of that. And then on Monday, you come back to Great America, but only until... realistically, you can bail out at 2 o'clock if you really wanted to. It says VIP seating for afternoon and evening shows to be determined. and then 2 to 6 is behind the scene tours, Apocalypse and Raw. And then from 8 to 11, you can stop by Central Park Funland on the way to King's Dominion. Get a wristband. Outdoor rides close at 9. Blah, blah, blah. You get pizza. You get a free ride. Da, 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 da. Good stuff. But anyway, so on Monday, there's an H Lounge photo contest. 8 to 8:30. 8 to 9:15 is Midway Olympics. 8 to 10 is the Wonder Woman spinning opportunity thing. 8:30 to 10:30 ERT on Apocalypse, Raging Cajun, and Mind Eraser. 11 to 11:30 Wild One Landmark Plaque Dedication Ceremony. Noon to 2 is the Mardi Gras theme menu lunch. Park President remarks, and some stuff's cut off on this. Oh yeah. So then Tuesday starts King's Dominion. So 8:30 to 10:30 ERT, no longer on Volcano, but I-305 and Flight of Fair, so they'll probably add stuff to it. Noon to 1:30 is lunch. Says menu includes fire braised chicken sandwiches, shredded something, corn on the cob, salad, peach cobbler, soft drinks, blah, blah, blah. And then there's behind the scenes tours, to be determined VIP show seating from 10 to 11:30 ERT on Twisted Timbers, Racer 75, Apple's Apple, Grizzly, and something else. That's there's maybe they're going to rise it up, let you take your camera up, maybe. Yeah, I know Wahoo River's a remodeled Lazy River, but I love Lazy Rivers. They're one of my favorite things in water parks. They're probably going to let you, maybe, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe they're going to rise you all the way up and let you take photos while the ride's not spinning. Maybe that's what that means. I don't know. That's what I think it means, but so don't hold me to that. I'm not responsible for your imagination brain of thinking of that. All right, so there's that. Then you go back Wednesday to King's Dominion until 11:30 p.m., and then, but you get, in the morning on Wednesday, ERT and Twisted Timbers, Bad Apple, Delirium, Drop Tower, and something. 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. is the Rubber Ducky Regatta in the Sauk City Lazy River. 1 to 2:30 p.m. is this is where I have to be, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, but from 1 to 2:30 is annual business meeting and election platform. I have to attend that since I'm running for East President. 3 to 4 is the annual video contest. 4 to 6 is ACE presentations. 7 to 8:30 is dinner, and it includes prime rib, southern fried chicken, vegetables, something, barbecue, beans, cheesecake. I like the rib and the fried chicken. Probably the other stuff I probably won't eat. And then 10 to 11:30 is light snacks. ERT on Dominated Woodstock Express. I believe that's Intimidated 305. And then Thursday you're at Busch Gardens, and you roll to in the morning is ERT on Loch Ness Monster, Griffin, Battle for Air, and Lee Catapult. 10 to 1 is various tours. 1 to 1:30 is special ACE exclusive showing of Celtic Fire inside Abbey's Stone, maybe. 2 to 2:30 meet and greet with animal ambassadors with a few animals at it's cut off. 2 to 2:30 is also lunch at the Smokehouse theme menu. 3 to 7 Battle for Air maintenance tour, multiple slots, sign up. 3 to 7 p.m. Loch Ness Monster maintenance tour, multiple slots, sign up. 9 to 11 light snacks, ERT and Verbolten, Alpengeist, Invader, and something begins. Oh, probably Mock Tower. Yeah. And then Friday is technically the final day of Con, and the morning ERT is an Apollo's Chariot, Tempesto, the Trade Winds, and Turkish Twirl, I think. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. various tourists sign up. 2 to 6 is Griffin maintenance tour. 2 to 6 is Verbolten maintenance tour. And then that's really Con is over. If you're not doing a maintenance tour, one of them, you can, what do you call it? You can go about your way. Now, there's a cocktail reception at the Great Wolf Lodge somewhere around there for the Ace Banquet. So that's from 6 to 7. From 7 to 11 is the Ace Banquet. and then technically all the festivities of con are officially over. There are pre-events the Saturday before, but I think all the deadlines are up for pre-registration, so I think they're all out. You can't sign up anymore. And then there's the day after con. I'm not doing those events. I'm hitting up other parks. I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling going. I don't think it's a 4-hour tour. I think that's just a block of time for 4 hours and how many people in the groups that they're taking. I don't know. Maybe it is a 4-hour tour. I don't know. I can't see it being a 4-hour tour, but it could be. So you're going to do a maintenance tour of Verbolten. You're probably most likely not going to... I don't know how much of it they're going to show you, what you're going to do. I don't know if you're going to go inside the building while the coaster's running. Don't know. I don't know the deal on that. We'll find out. I mean, I want to do Verbolten, and I don't know what Luco wants to do, but I definitely want to do... I love Verbolten. That's like one of my favorite coasters there. I mean, I like riding them all, but I really love Verbolten. That's just me. So if there's anything out of all that you want to know, you let me know, and we're going to record it. Because I'm just going to make sure that any tour that I do, I record it. Anything that I see that's cool, I'm just going to record it. Because you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what anybody's doing. So if anybody wants any of that stuff, by all means, you let me know. I mean, the business meetings are cool. You find out a lot of cool stuff going on. I get 10 minutes to kind of go over, my presidential platform. And by all means, we're going to record that too. I don't think I'm going to do Facebook Live it, but I'm going to at least record it and we'll upload it after. Yeah, see, Luco right there is running for vice president. I'm running for president. So make sure you stop by. Watch what we got to say, and then after that, listen to... I mean, the whole thing is read the platforms, research the people, and vote for who you want. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, I would love for everybody out there that's watching this, other people that just want to vote, because the way I look at it is... And by any means, I'm not, like, dissing particular people, but what I'm saying is... It's funny. People have called me the Donald Trump in a good way for change for race, because I'm the underdog. I'm the long shot. I may not win. I hope I win. I'm in it to win it. That's what I'm in it to win this thing. I'm not like casually like going, yeah, maybe I'll win, and then not really care. I mean, if I didn't care, I wouldn't have made the videos that are coming out every Tuesday. I wouldn't talk about it here. You know what I mean? If I didn't care, I wouldn't work at it. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm really the only one using social media on a platform to try to get the name out. The majority of Ace does not know who the hell I am. And by all means, that's fine. But the way I look at it is if you're voting for people that have been in Ace for a while, for the most part, you're basically voting to continue the same thing. Which means if you like Ace in its current state and you don't care and you want things the way they go, then you vote for that guy. If you want some change, and then by all means, like I said, I'm not going to tank it. I'm actually going to, like I've been saying, I'm here for the younger guys. I'm here to help recruit. I'm here to make Ace go beyond even after I die. That's what I want. Verbolten is a Black Forest tourist car rental. Exactly what it is. I couldn't agree more with that. So like I said, if people want to vote for me, by all means, I'm going to bring the fun back. I've been talking to so many people since the announcement of me running, and up until even media day, I've been talking to people and telling it, and people are like, maybe you're the one we need to put a jolt in and get things changed. Maybe not. Nobody knows. We'll find out. I'm hoping. I mean, win, lose, or draw, I'm not going to be like a little bitch and be like, oh, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? If you vote for me, cool. If you don't, no love lost. I get it. I may not be everybody's cup of tea. I know people hate me. I know people are trying to get me already out. We've talked about that before. And by all means, you vote for who you want. I can't be here, but I would appreciate those that know me, that watch this, that kind of like me, kind of want to see a little bit of change. We'll try to get some change. Vote for me. Vote for Luco. Actually, I'm just saying, you guys should just vote for us no matter what. Even if you like the other guy, just vote for me anyway. It'd just be cool just to. Everybody knows me. I like to stir the pot. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I like to make a change in a positive direction. I'm not here to make Ace go down in flames, because some people might think I'm like gonna destroy it, and I'm not. Watch the videos and learn. Yeah, you know, I love Rebolton. The queue line, everything is excellent. The ride is excellent. I love when you get in and then they sing it out. Elevators in. I love that. Rebolton, I love the rides at Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens is excellent. And I'm glad that Costa Con is here. Once I heard it was here, I was like, yes, 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 yes. I can't wait. It's awesome. Because you think about it. I mean, a lot of people give Six Flags America crap. They may not have the best lineup, but it's still a decent. What do you call it? They don't have the greatest lineup of roller coasters. They do have some good ones. You know, like Superman, Wildwood, and Roar. I love Joker's Jinx. You know, they got flat rides that I love over there. And I know they've been improving, you know, they've been trying to do their thing and improve, and I get it. And plus, you know, King's Dominion, I love Busch Gardens. You know, I love those three parks, so it's great. Plus, I've been to Central Funland there, so on the way, I've been there once before a couple years ago. I liked it. It's a little, you know, like a little place. And I know it's going to be totally different since the last time I've been there. They've gotten rid of some of the outside rides, got new rides, new coasters should be ready for us when we go. There's a lot of stuff going on over there. And I wish them the best of luck as they got a lot of cool stuff going on over there. For not being like a traditional amusement park, but a FEC that's doing some cool things. I like Six Flags America. It might not be my favorite one, but I like it. I like their Superman the ride. You know, I like Raw. Like I said, I like Wild One. I even like Raging Cajun. And see, you've never been to King's Dominion. When you ride Flight of Fear, the indoor coaster, it's basically Joker's Jinx, only inside. But the theming in it is cool. You walk, you know, you're going through and you go through a spaceship, walk through a spaceship and stuff. It's really cool. I like that theming aspect of it. I love it. And I-305 is badass. No, I joined in 2009. I went to CoastaCon in 2010. And in 2010, CoastaCon was at Kennywood, Waldameer, Idlewild, Kennywood, Iowa. They had a stop at the water park over there. Well, yeah, it is, but I just enjoy it. I had fun when I rode Raging Cajun. I mean, Pandemonium by far better, but Raging Cajun is still a fun ride. I like it. I like the spinning mouse coasters. I like mouse coasters for, you know, to an extent. You know, they're not my favorite go-to, but I do like to ride them. You know, so. Yeah, it sucks that Volcano's not going to be open, because I was really looking forward to that, and it's really like it's bothering me too that it's not going to be open. But beyond that, they still have a great amount of rides that, you know what, it's just going to make you want to go back after Volcano's fixed. That's all. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't been to every CoastaCon since I've been a member. I went in 2010, I went in 2012, 2013, and 2015. And then now this one, 2018, I'm going to. I haven't been to them all, but I've been to a few. If anyone out there that hasn't been, if you can go. They can be a blast, depending upon who's the hosts and what they're doing. I mean, for the most part, I can't say I've had a bad CoastaCon. I could say some are better than others, like Dollywood. You got to see Dolly Parton perform for you. Six Flags. Matter of fact, I was looking at it the other day when they were handing everybody an envelope, and I won the helicopter ride. That I won and rode and video recorded around Six Flags New England in 2013. That's also on this YouTube channel, so if you want to see the helicopter footage of that, if you haven't yet, it's there. It's cool from CoastaCon. yeah, there's always a lot of cool stuff. So, like I said, I'm going to make sure that I capture as much of CoasterCon as I can. And I'm going to also update SFNE Online's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm going to be hitting that up the whole week, just hitting up things so you can see coverage of it. I'll definitely do Facebook Live a few times, quite a few times while I'm around, just letting you guys see what's going on, and we'll take it from there. So if there's things that we'll do things. So, and I'll also keep you up to date on the thing I was talking about Harley Quinn. Once the information is settled and ready to go, I'll let everybody know about that. I think that's... Oh, the flyer finally came out for East Date Lake Compounds, if anybody's interested. The date is July 14th. Let me look at when it has to be in by. I'll probably book this tomorrow. Register online by July 1st by 11:59 p.m. I don't see a mail-in. Mail-in registration must be received by July 1st in order to go. But quickly to go over it, the cost is, where is it? Oh, Ace members, $43.25. Ace members with a season pass, $22.75. Guests, $49. Guests with a season pass, $28. The Fantastic Feast menu is from 5 to 7:30, and you get grilled chicken, barbecue pork ribs, charbroiled burgers, veggie burgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, Italian sausage and peppers, taco bar, corn on the cob, classic meat chili, baked potato bar, salad bar, New England style baked beans, pasta salad, chilled fruit salad. You can get condiments, you can get pickles and chips and stuff, and fountain drinks and ice cream novelties and stuff like that. I did not do last year. He did, though. DJ Dog said he loved it. But in any case, so you're going to get ERT from 11 to noon on Sawmill Plunge, 5 to 7:30 is the all-you-can-eat buffet thing. 10 to 11, you're going to get ERT and Boulder Dash, Wildcat, Phobia Fear Coaster. Exact time depends on the crowds. Advanced registration is required. So you can get Midway Moolah for $10 off the face. 10% off the face value. So there's that, and we'll talk about this as time goes on, because we got to get this thing. I better do this before I go to CoasterCon, because I'll probably forget. Because then when I go to CoasterCon and I come back, then it's Pintastic, that pinball show, up in Sturbridge, Mass, that I got to go to. So I'm gonna be home working for like 3 days. Well, I'll be at the work for 3 days, and then Wednesday night drive up to the hotel. Tastes like B&M, not Bush beans. But yeah, so and then we'll have coverage of Pintastic. I feel Pintastic falls in the line of the amusement industry, because whatever's inside IAPA Expo is amusement industry, and pinball machines are there. So on arcade games and stuff like that. So we'll cover Pintastic for those that do enjoy the pinball aspect, and I'll be going around recording that stuff. Six Flags is weird with, like, it depends on the park when it comes to which parks of the Six Flags chain have the best, like, hospitality. Because I know, like, Six Flags New England went out of their way, above and beyond, and it was crazy. It was the craziest thing ever. It was awesome. And then, I haven't gone to every one, so I don't know. But, like, you're saying Six Flags FX of Texas and ZDTs had so much hospitality. In Six Flags, what's Six Flags SA? Oh, is that SeaWorld? Oh, is that, what's SFSA? Is that SeaWorld San Antonio? Wasn't that part of Con? Is that what you meant, SeaWorld? That's what I think. I've heard bad things about SeaWorld, but I haven't been to a con with SeaWorld for me to form an opinion, but I don't know. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, like, how certain Six Flags parks are great, some are bad. I don't know. I guess it just depends on, how things roll, because, we're going to find out, who, the hospitality on this con. you know. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so we'll be back next Thursday, but the Thursday during con. So in 2 weeks there will not be a show, but you'll get enough pictures and videos and stuff to, I guess, hold you over, so to speak. And then that Saturday after con, you'll get coverage and stuff from Sesame Street. So it's definitely gonna be an interesting week of crazy coverage. And if those that like the air show stuff, I'm not going to post that on SFNEOnline stuff. I'll post that on my other The Martins Family Facebook page. So if you like the air show stuff, hit me up. I'll send you the link to the other YouTube page if you like that kind of stuff. If you're into air shows, because I'm gonna videotape, take pictures, all that good, all that good stuff. I don't know how many people like it. I know I do, but so anyway, we'll be back. I am going to the banquet. I will be at the banquet. Me and the kids and Luco will be at the banquet, and then after the banquet, we're going to drive like halfway to Sesame, and then get a hotel, and then wake up, and then do the rest of the drive to get to Sesame. Sesame Street, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Woo! Yeah! So anyway, we will be back next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. I'm still 50-50 depending on when they open. Send some to me. Oh, it opens at like 9 o'clock. And I think the flights start at 10, 11 o'clock or something like that. Really? I didn't know the candidate must attend the banquet. See, I had never been to con during an election year, so I don't know how that works. Well, I did, but no, I didn't. 2010, I didn't go to the banquet. 2000, or the business meeting. 2012, same thing. I didn't do the business meeting or the banquet. So yeah, I haven't been to a banquet during election year, so I don't know what that means during the banquet. I have no idea what that means. Like, why? Maybe just to show your face, show your... I don't know. I don't know what that means. Why I would have to be there. I better read the rules. Yeah, that's the bad thing about... I don't read the rules. I make up my... Well, not that I make up my own as I go. I just kind of do my thing. But I guess during con... Yeah, I never heard about that, about the candidate. I didn't know. I didn't go to... Like I said, I went to the banquet in 2013. I went in 2015. And now is the first one during an election year. Well, no. According to what I read from the per candidate rule was... And I could be wrong, but it says you have to go to Costa Con and you have to do the business meetings. That's what I heard. And I know, like, as you're running as a candidate, you have to go to the business meeting and give the thing. If you can't make it to con, I would have to give it off to somebody to read it for me, that they had to read it for me on stage if I couldn't make it to con. I would have to have somebody read it for me. I'd have to type something out and give it to them. I know if you win, if you're the president, you have to go to Costa Con and you have to do the business meetings. I don't know about Spring Con or like Preservation Con or whatever, but usually the president shows up to those. Well, yeah, you got to meet the voters. I mean, that's kind of like like a politician, shaking hands and kissing babies, so to speak. That's, and speaking of the little anarchy making a successful club, I think the problem with all, yeah, I'm leaving in a second. Don't you worry about that. I think the problem with like how Ace is and the anarchy, and why people don't want me out there, because they think like the people that have been in Ace so long love the way that they do things, and then here I am. I'm not trying to take away what Ace is and what's it about. I just want to make sure that it remains fun. Everything, just watch the videos and you'll find out when you're voting. And we got the younger members and the newer members are the ones that continue this on. If people are turning them away, then you're going to turn them away, and then the club dies. That's why I'm running, to make the club live. But anyways, we'll be back next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. If you see me, say hello. If you're at the air show. If not, I will see you next Thursday. And have a great weekend. And I will see whoever at CoasterCon or wherever else. Peace out and keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.